All right, so some tags have, we talked about how most HTML tags have a start and an end, but there are a couple that don't have a start and an end. They just are self-encapsulated. So one example of that is an image tag. So the image tag, the name of the actual tag is img. So we can say img, and then the image is defined, the characteristics of this image element on the page are defined by attributes. So an attribute is one of the ways that we can sort of decorate an HTML element with specific information about that element. So with an image tag here, what we can do is we can set the source attribute. So notice that I have a closing slash before the end of the closing tag here. This is how you write a like single element that doesn't have an open and close tag. It just has a single tag. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to say src for the source, and then the equal sign, and then double quotes. So generally there are no spaces after the name of the attribute. So in this case, the name of the attribute is source, and there's no space after source, and there's no space after the equals, and the value of the source is going to be inside of the double quotes. Now there's a cool, fun little website when you're building these things called PlaceKitten, and this gives you sort of like just random images based on the size of the image that you want to present. So this is a 200 by 300 pixel image, and when you are setting the value of the source tag on an image, you want to set that to the URL, the full URL of an image, so that the image is loaded from that URL. So if we refresh the page, okay, this is good. You'll notice that if you try to refresh the page after you've made a change to your code, the browser will not reflect that change if your code is not saved. So I can tell that this file is not saved because in VS Code it shows this little dot. So if I come back over here and I do Command S on Mac or Control S on Windows, that should save the file. But you can also go File, Save. So generally after I make a change, I'm doing Command S to save the file, and now you can see that it shows an X. That shows me that it's saved. So now if I refresh the page, I should see this image come up. So if I refresh, now I see the image there. So there's a couple other attributes. So we might want to say something like alt. It's very good practice to put in alt value. This is what will show if for some reason the image does not load. So if we say the alt here is like kitten, you might want to put more context. It's also helpful for SEO, search engine optimization. So this is an example of a single element tags. All right, that's HTML attributes. Let's move on and talk about specific HTML tags next.